No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Hand jobbers and hand jobbies, welcome to the Smackin' Raw podcast, episode 136. I am your host, the Warden Matt Ritter. I am here, as always, with my co-host, Sir Cuss-a-Lot Travis Pointer, a.k.a. the Dragon King, a.k.a. Big T, a.k.a. Sweet T, a.k.a. T-Money, a.k.a. Black Merlin, a.k.a. T-Bag, a.k.a. the HNIC.
What's happening?
How you doing, Travis?
I'm good. You don't seem to be doing so great right now. You seem to have a lack of excitement right now, sir. How you doing? You doing okay? Did something bring you down today, sir?
Normally we watch SmackDown and either I'm really excited to talk about how shitty it was, or I'm really excited to talk about something that happened on it. But no, SmackDown really killed me today. Like, killed my vibe for the show.
Really
and
seems
it's
like
all
it
because
did.
of this coronavirus shit.
Oh, coronavirus is affecting more things than you think, sir. But we'll talk about that later. Continue. I don't have coronavirus, by the way, in case you were wondering that.
As far as I know, I don't either. What I do have, though, as was announced on Twitter and Facebook yesterday, is a baby on the way. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. There is going to be a new member of the Smackin' Raw podcast family coming September 25th, unless it's my, she gets it from my wife, then she'll probably be late. But if he gets it from me, it'll be on time, maybe even early.
Somebody somewhere just said it was okay for Matthew Robert Ritter to reproduce, and so apparently that's happening now. It's one of those weird things. It's one of those weird things. They just let anybody make babies. Like, you need a license to shampoo dogs, but you can just have a baby whenever the fuck you want.
Well, I figured you did it, and if you could do it, I could do it.
We are not talking about me right now. This is about you.
As a matter of fact, there's a song. It's anything you can do, I can do better.
There's a lot of things that I do or have done that other people shouldn't do. So,
except for drinking, you will always drink better than me.
This is true. But
also sliding into Sasha's DMs, because while Lana slid into my DMs this week, which blew my fucking mind, we're still sliding into Sasha's DMs on Instagram. So, Travis, go look up a panda gift for me, and maybe
I should do
later
something that will make her think I'm insulting her, and maybe she'll respond.
Yeah, because apparently, if you talk about Lana and her acting and her being in a Bruce Willis movie, she will reply directly to you to let you know how great of an actor she is.
Yeah.
While Travis is looking that up,
apparently she thought you were insulting her, and it was just like, nah, bro.
Just pardon my manners, girl. How you shake it? Gotta play it like go that coming, going with the camera. I ate it from the pack, then I ate it from the pack. Know you like it like that. Then we take it to the bed, then we take it to the floor. Then we chill for a second, then we get at it.
I'll go with this one.
Girl, how you shake it? Gotta play it like go that coming, then we going with the camera.
that is a cartoon panda doing a front flip, headstand front flip. So yeah, no, Lana thought apparently that my tweet that said something along the lines of, "Wait, Lana's going to be in a Bruce Willis movie, Cuckold Story Lana, Lana de Lana, Rusev de Lana, whatever shit I said," and then I was like, "And the fans are cheering, we want Lana. Where am I?" So she responded back to let me know that she is such a good actress that people see her as a villain because she chooses to let us portray her that way, and that the WWE fan base misses her when she's gone, and she's so good that she's going to be in a Bruce Willis movie. By the way, the name of the Bruce Willis movie, Travis, do you know this? Have you seen this?
Negative.
It's she plays a character that is supposed to be an elite assassin named Soul, and it's something Sin. Hold on a second, Lana WWE.
While you're figuring that out, I want to mention when you said like the WWE universe misses her when she's gone. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen her in weeks and did not notice until she said that.
That is very true. That is very true. Cosmic Sin. That's what it is. A movie with Bruce Willis called Cosmic Sin, where she plays the baddest assassin in the galaxy.
Is that right?
I don't know if Bruce Willis makes straight to DVD movies, Travis, but if Bruce Willis does,
this is one of them.
Then again, I mean, the last movie that Bruce Willis made where he was in space was what? Fifth Element?
Yeah, if you want to count that as in space.
What else would you count that as?
I would count it as like on a planet. How often did he actually go into space in that movie? He went like they took off once.
The movie took place in space. They were on a ship. That's where he met Chris Tucker as they were flying through space, through a good section of that movie.
I guess.
Anyway, that's not important.
I mean, technically, Earth is in space.
So you're saying we're all living in our own space movie and we just don't know it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Every movie is a space movie if you think hard enough.
I'm just saying Lana could be the next Mila Jovovich. You never know.
Or not.
Especially if they put her in those fucking the Band-Aid things.
Multi-pass.
Yeah. Other news other than Cosmic Sin with Bruce Willis. Apparently, and this was confirmed on SmackDown, Gronk will be on SmackDown next week, wherever SmackDown's held, more than likely the Performance Center, because apparently Monday Night Raw will be there as well.
They just need to shut down for a while, man. It hurts, but I think they just need to shut down for a while.
We'll get to that when we get to that. Hold on a second. Gronk may be signing with the WWE. We're not sure what capacity he may be signing with, but Mojo that Gronkowski was coming. Travis, you know I'm a Patriots fan.
Unfortunately,
I don't want to see Gronk. I don't like. I saw him. What did I see him on? What was that? What's that show with Method Man and Haley Baldwin?
I don't know. I just remember seeing him at many.
There was like a rap. There was like a rap battle show or something. They had some show. Method Man and Haley Baldwin. Anyway, he was on there, and I listened to him talk like a regular person. I never want to hear him cut a promo in my life. It was bad. I'd rather listen to a Mojo Raleigh promo than listen to that Gronk talk on a mic. I don't want it. Like, I get it. He's star power. I'm not saying anything. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, there's, if he actually loves the WWE and he actually wants to come in and be a full-time wrestler and really give this a go, good for him. He's not doing it for me. If you were going to get a Patriot, get Tom Brady. And then have him never lose, or actually have him always win, but have him win by cheating and then never talk about how he wins by cheating.
Pretend like he doesn't cheat. Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
Like win by cheating all the time and then pretend like he doesn't cheat. It's great.
It doesn't matter because, as Travis always says, a W is a
W. Here's the thing. I don't knock them for what they do to win. I'm all for it. Like, believe it was Jesse the Body Ventura that says, win if you can, lose if you lose if you must, but always cheat and never get caught.
Also, the British Bulldog is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Finally,
Yeah, that took a fucking long ass time. What took them so long on that shit?
He's British, part of the Hart family. There was a big disconnect there for a long time.
Man, he's part of the Hart family, but not. He married into the Hart family, though. It's not like he's a Hart.
He was part of the Hart Foundation.
Once again, he married into that family. He's not actually a Hart. But I know what you mean. If Brett's in there, he can be in there.
Last but not least, the news and rumors. Travis,
what?
They're going to cancel WrestleMania.
Probably.
You think so?
Probably.
Really?
You can't have WrestleMania without the fans, without the pomp and circumstance and all that shit.
You're telling me that we can't do a WrestleMania PC show like we did SmackDown tonight?
No, we absolutely cannot.
I honestly really wouldn't want to see that after what I saw. I commend. We'll move into SmackDown just to get that out of the way. We'll talk about the couple things there. I commend WWE and Triple H for what they tried to do tonight. Triple H cut a passionate promo at the beginning of the show about how they're still here to entertain the fans and that they're putting on the show for us, despite what's going on in the world, to entertain us. And it was beautiful. And that was the end of the beautiful until the very end of the show. It just didn't do it for me.
Like I said, the only thing I saw, because I saw it on YouTube, was the end of Sasha and Bailey's tag match against, was it Nikki and Alexa, right? And
yeah,
from what I saw, that the best part of those matches was Triple H on commentary. And I really feel like this whole thing would have worked a lot better if everybody had leaned into the fact that they were in the Performance Center in front of nobody. You know? Like, if that's what you're going to do, use it and lean into it.
See, they kind of did, and that's what I didn't like.
Explain.
So Sasha and Bailey did their entrance, did their post-match celebration as if they were doing it for a regular crowd, as if the crowd was there. And I felt like they did that for a reason, like, oh, the crowd's not here, but we're still going to do it anyway because we know the crowd's not here. And it didn't work for me. When they were cutting their promo at the beginning of the segment, when they were calling out Paige, who wasn't there, which, by the way, of all the things that was supposed to happen tonight, this whole Paige thing was the thing that I was most interested in, because especially if they canceled it due to travel issues, I've got to believe they have something big planned for Paige that they didn't want to waste on this show, which is why they delayed it. So I'm very curious about that. But they're talking like they're talking if they were in an arena full of people looking around at nobody, and it bothered me. I would have rather had them look directly into the camera, talk directly to the people watching at home, and not act like they were, not play up like there was an imaginary crowd there. Like, it bothered me.
Well, if on a show like this, and something they probably just didn't think about, no promo should be done in the ring. All talking and anything like that needs to be done backstage on some kind of sound stage or something like that. Because the point of doing the promo in the ring is to interact with the crowd that's out there. If there's no crowd, do it backstage where you have like more control over everything.
And they did some of that.
That's what they did. Some all they should have done. There should not have been any. There should not have been any talking going on in the ring at all.
Well, there was also a lot of that. So after Sasha and Bailey defeated Alexa and Nikki, thanks to an assist from Asuka, I watched 40 minutes of the show, and then I shut it off, and then I checked back in a little bit, and I watched the last segment. So we had a Roman Reigns interview in ring with Michael Cole where they sat down, and Michael Cole talked to Roman Reigns. That actually worked pretty well because it was just those two talking back and forth, even though it was in ring. We saw Jeff Hardy backstage giving an interview about his return tonight, which, by the way, I didn't give a shit about, where he's interrupted by Baron Corbin, and then he challenges Baron Corbin. So Jeff Hardy's return match for the WWE happened in an empty arena in front of nobody. And from what I heard, because I did not watch that match, because that's one of the things I did not watch, apparently they're not calling it the Twist of Fate now that Matt Hardy's gone. They're calling Jeff's move the Twist of Fury.
Really? That's dumb.
I agree.
I mean, who gives a shit if Matt's there or not? It's still a Twist of Fate.
Maybe Matt trademarked Twist of Fate and told WWF to go, or WWE to go fuck themselves.
I mean, did you tell his little brother that too? That's shitty.
Apparently. Maybe his
wish I
little brother's
did.
doing it out of respect.
I wish me and my brother did have a signature move, and then he told me not to call it the same thing anymore. I would fly back out to Pensacola just so I could whoop his ass. Fuck you.
Daniel Bryan also challenges Cesaro to a match after a little confrontation backstage with Sami Zayn.
By
I
way, my
watched the
brother is
entrance for
45
Daniel Bryan.
years old, and I'll probably still lose that fight. But go ahead.
Daniel Bryan is now hanging out with Drew Gulak. Apparently, Drew Gulak earned Daniel Bryan's respect after
When did
their
that happen?
Elimination Chamber, when they had that really good match at Elimination Chamber
On the
that no one
pre-show?
expected. No, it wasn't on the pre-show. It was the first match of the show.
That explains the same shit.
And then we also played an entire recap of the Tag Team Elimination Chamber match. Miz and Morrison came out after that, and they did their their little show. I caught a bit of it. It was dumb. It was dumb. It was dumb.
If they had done it backstage, it would have been better. I didn't see it, but I bet if they did it backstage, it would have been better.
And then John Cena comes out at the very end of the show. And he cuts a promo on The Fiend. And while everything he said was a fucking falsehood, because he's a lying piece of shit, everything he said about Bray Wyatt was wrong, he cut a very impassioned promo about Bray Wyatt.
What did he say?
He said that everyone talks about how John Cena buries people. Well, how come nobody ever talks about how come nobody ever says John Cena got buried? He goes, well, when you ask people that, they say, well, you win all the time. He goes, I lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and I had to buy a ticket to get in. I got squashed by Brock Lesnar. And he listed off all these losses. I lost to CM Punk in Chicago, and he left with the title. I lost to Rob Van Dam at ECW One Night Stand. I lost to The Miz at WrestleMania. He listed all these things off, all these losses. He's like,
over the last
after every loss, after every loss, should have been, this, especially The Miz at WrestleMania, should have been this career turning point. I just got back up and I kept doing what I do. I didn't make excuses. I didn't say I was buried. I kept working. And then he said that the reason that he accepted that Bray Wyatt's not that person, that Bray Wyatt has been handed chance after chance after chance, and that Bray Wyatt's not the future of the WWE. He doesn't see Bray Wyatt as the future of the WWE. And that's why he took this match, was to end Bray Wyatt the way it should have ended 6 years ago when he beat him at WrestleMania, and take him out of the equation. So guys like Rhea Ripley and Tommaso Ciampa, and he listed off a bunch of people from NXT, those are the future that he's trying to secure. So he's taking a spot from those people, which he said he wasn't going to do, to beat Bray Wyatt, who he doesn't think should be at WrestleMania as well,
Rhea Ripley
in a
has spot.
WrestleMania
What you
match.
mean?
What?
I said Rhea Ripley has a spot. What you talking about?
No, I'm saying John Cena is taking a spot that could have gone to one of the younger talent that he mentioned. Obviously, Rhea has one, so not her, Travis, but the other talent he mentioned. Instead, he's taking that spot, and he's taking that spot against someone that he doesn't think is the future. So now, both those, it's not him putting over a future talent, according to his promo. Bray actually was sitting in the arena.
No, he's getting rid of one so they can rise.
As John, don't play devil's advocate, because you fucking hate John Cena. I'm not even gonna let that slide. Get out of here with that bullshit. Anyway,
I'm just letting you know what the man said. I'm not gonna let you twist his words. I'm not gonna let you twist the man's words like that. All right,
bullshit.
Fuck John Cena and everything he stands for, but I'm not gonna let you lie on him. Go ahead, keep going.
I'm lying on him because he's full of shit. Anyway,
all
Bray
my
Wyatt,
criticism of John Cena are the truth. You are trying to spin falsehoods on this man's character. I've never accused him of burying people. No,
not on the show.
No, I have not. I have never accused him of burying people. Ever. Ever. Don't even try that shit.
Anyway, Bray Wyatt was in the crowd listening to John Cena's speech. The camera conveniently left that section of the crowd out. And then as John went on, he started laughing. He rolled into the ring. He talked about why John Cena was wrong about him, how John Cena broke him at WrestleMania 30, and how The Fiend put him back together, and how The Fiend is going to break him. John Cena told us also that this isn't going to be a wrestling match at WrestleMania between him and The Fiend. It's not going to be a technical classic, which I don't know that John Cena's ever had. It's going to be a bloody brawl.
It's going to
violent
be a fight. Yeah, we've heard these promos before, so give me something original. See, this is the kind of thing I'll accuse him of doing.
The Fiend said it's going to be a massacre, and John just doesn't know it yet. Or Bray said that The Fiend wasn't there. And then the face came up and we went to black. Sir. Yeah, Bray said it. The Fiend wasn't there. So that was SmackDown, Travis. I'm spitting.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very interesting to me either, so I'm going to spit as well.
All right. Are we even going to do a show next week if all the shows are from the fucking PC?
I have a plan. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay. Raw, NXT, or AEW?
Let's go NXT. We need to up your spirits a little bit. Let's go there.
Well, we kicked off NXT with
you supposed to say the name, and I was going to do a little directing thing.
Your screen froze for me for a second. I was cueing you to say bask in his glory.
Oh,
and then I want to say his name.
I'm sorry. Well, too late now. Yes.
Let's try this again. Over on NXT, we kicked NXT off with
bask in his glory,
Keith Lee.
All right, there we go.
He took on Cameron Grimes for the North American Championship. Damn good match. It was. NXT was a little weird. Until the very end of NXT, I did not like NXT, to be honest with you. Like, really? There were good matches, but doing it from the PC bothered me because even with the crowd in the PC, it felt so much smaller. I felt like I was watching an indie show.
Really?
I did not feel like I was watching wrestling.
That's how NXT has always felt to me anyway. I really didn't feel a difference. Like, no bullshit. I'm not even trying to make fun of it. This was so much smaller. It really didn't make it really didn't feel any different to me at all for NXT.
I was watching it, the whole thing. It all felt so much more compact and smaller. It was really bothering me the whole time. I was not feeling it. At least they bust in the crowd from Full Sail to be a part of NXT. So basically, Monday Night Raw, we knew about the coronavirus. It was a thing. By Wednesday, all right, this is kind of an issue. We're going to conceal ourselves and bring down the crowd. By tonight, nobody's allowed in. Lock the doors, only essential personnel. This is now a pandemic. Fuck the fans. They're not going to be in attendance.
Nope. By Monday, it's going to be like, you know what, fuck this shit, because we realize this whole virus thing is probably a bad idea with all these people sweating all over each other and shit. Still probably a bad idea. Everybody needs to go home and sit the fuck down for a while.
After Keith Lee defeats Cameron Grimes, Damian Priest hits Lee from behind with his nightstick.
This motherfucker here. Bruh, you lost. You're done. We are done with you.
Dominik Dijakovic comes out and runs off Damian Priest, who also had his knee taken out with that same nightstick by Priest. Keith Lee, having no idea who hit him from behind, wakes up, sees Dominik Dijakovic holding his title, does the right thing.
Yeah, I'd have took his ass out too. I'd have took his ass out too. Fuck you. The fuck you do? I just get knocked in the back of the head. Well, back in the back for no reason. I get up. You standing over me holding my fucking belt. Yeah, I'm taking you out. We'll sort this out.
There's nobody
later.
else there. There's nobody else there. You're the only one standing in the ring. Right up there. Holding my shit.
A couple weeks ago, I know you listened to it on Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Well, that was like I don't remember who said it anymore. I didn't remember then either. But it was like the KGB or somebody just like kill them all and let God sort them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it would have been when I woke up from that shit. See him there holding my belt. Yep, take him out. God will fix it. Boom. Like, no.
Speaking of which, I am this close to letting this be the last season I watch Supergirl. This has been fucking terrible this season, and I can't do it anymore. I don't know if I'm going to finish the season. I might just listen to your show.
It's not good. It's not good. As you can tell,
I might just listen to your show and hear what happened.
If you've been listening, I'm like I get to a certain point, I'm like, I'm no longer paying attention. Like, I don't care anymore. I know. I get it.
I have not listened to this week's episode. It's real hard. You know, I love my Legends. Legends has been fine for me. Even this week was fine for me. But fuck, man, Supergirl is just unwatchable. I don't know how they're fucking that show up.
I wouldn't call it unwatchable. It's just I lose interest in it very quickly. And it's just like, I feel like I shouldn't. But the thing is, we don't have a villain, Matt. That's really what it is. We don't have a villain. They keep kind of hinting at Lex doing some shit. Leviathan's still there, but there's really no villain. That's the problem.
Yeah, that could be.
No, there's not.
I don't like any of the characters at all anymore. And I blame Crisis. But we're not going to talk about that. We got to get back to NXT. Did you see Dakota Kai versus Mia Yim?
Yes.
Dakota Kai loses to Mia Yim. This is a qualifying match for the ladder match that is supposed to take place the night before WrestleMania at TakeOver that we don't know if we're actually going to get or not.
Oh, wait. No, I didn't see that match. It wasn't good enough for Hulu. I watched it somewhere else. I'm sorry. I remember seeing the match. Let me tell you what happened. I knew the match happened, and so I made a point to find it and watch it myself. I'm looking at my notes here. I did not watch it on Hulu.
Did you see Kushida versus Mendoza?
No.
Asian Marty McFly. Did you see him?
No.
Did you see Rhea Ripley?
I did.
This was actually entertaining. You know, Rhea comes out, talks her shit about how she, did some things to Charlotte on Monday Night Raw that we will talk about when we get to Monday Night Raw. Charlotte comes out. Charlotte drops Rhea.
I was
Charlotte
waiting on it. Like, Charlotte has to get her licks back eventually. Like,
she starts working the knee, prepping it for that figure 8 at WrestleMania. Whenever WrestleMania happens, she might be working the knee for the next 6 months.
I'm about to say it'll happen in June or July.
Yeah. The best part was as Charlotte came out to cut her promo, the fans started chanting, "Go back to Raw," and "You don't go here."
Go here, yeah.
Where the fuck is Bianca Belair?
It's a good question. That's a very good question.
Why is she not here? If the fans are chanting, "You don't go here," Bianca needs to come out. You need to make Bianca part of the story.
It's very clear she's over if people are like chanting her shit at somebody, Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was glad to see Charlotte get her licks back in because fuck Rhea Ripley right now.
Yeah. Did you see anything backstage with someone getting abducted in a van?
No.
Okay. Did you see Tegan Knox versus Deonna Purrazzo?
Tegan Knox sounds like a name I should know. Which one is that?
She's the other white girl that isn't Dakota Kai. That I think is the same white girl that is Dakota Kai.
I didn't see her. No.
Did you see Velveteen Dream?
Oh, I saw the dream. All 3 of his eyes.
So,
DREAM.
We got the Undisputed Era out there. They're getting ready for this NXT Tag Team title match. The Dream comes out. He's up on the fucking little platform thing, and he continues to play mind games to basically do what we did last week and break down his master plan of using Broderick Strong as a pawn to get to what he really wanted.
These are just tights, but you were tripping. Like, I used you to bring him on. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good.
I was too. He got me.
Like the whole time, like, yo, just stop. If you stop trying to put him in a box, you'd see what was going on. I didn't see him going after the NXT title. I'll give you that. But like, it's just like I knew it wasn't about Roderick Strong. Like, it was just like, yo, he's being Velveteen Dream. He's not a heel. He's not a face. He's the Velveteen Dream.
Very entertaining promo, though. Like I said, NXT Tag Team title match. Broserweights win. Grizzled Young Veterans, which
We know
come
you
down at some
love the
point.
Grizzled Young Veterans, Matt. You love their
They
names
come down at some
so
point.
much. Listen,
I
your
literally
unborn child who's coming out, you were gonna name him Grizzled Young Veteran Ritter.
no, not even close. I actually sat there and I was
Grizzled
trying
Ritter.
during this match.
I'm calling your child Grizzled Ritter, no matter what.
What if, even if it's a girl?
Yep.
That's fucked up. Um, so the whole time I'm trying to think of like something else GYV could stand for that I could call them besides Grizzled Young Veterans, and I didn't even really see what they did, huh?
Get your vagina.
Yeah.
That literally just popped into my head right now. You can take with that what you want.
Yeah, no, I spent a little more time thinking into it. I didn't go for the first thing that came in my mind. There were a few things. None of them were really good.
I'm not
Kinda
giving
like
it that much thought. It was
But this is what I did because I didn't care because they have a stupid name and it is what it is. And then Travis, my boy, Tommaso Ciampa, who was told last week that we're not going to do it Ciampa's way. We're going to do it Gargano's way in that
Ciampa
awesome
was on that
promo.
show?
Yeah.
What happened with him?
Oh, I'm talking about it right now. You didn't see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
Okay. Comes down to the ring, calls out Johnny. Johnny is in the back in an office room responding. And this is where the beauty of the Performance Center really opened itself to me. This is where I was like, you know what? All those criticisms about it being small and feeling like an indie show and not really feeling like NXT to me with the lighting and the shit in the background and all that. It all changed when, as Johnny Gargano was standing there cutting his promo, Tommaso Ciampa walked to the back and found him in the conference room, and they brawled all over the PC. We're getting hit with weight plates. We're getting thrown through glass windows.
Yeah, they
We're
used the
chucking
fact
weights.
that they were in the Performance Center to their benefit.
We were
Which is what they
getting
should have
weights.
done. I was talking about that with SmackDown. If they lean into the fact that they're at the Performance Center, use that. But you know, who am I? Don't listen to Travis. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's only been watching this shit longer than most people have been alive. But go ahead.
We got referees there who were just kind of asking them to stop politely, and their authority is being completely disrespected because this isn't a match. So what the fuck are you? Unless you're going to get in there and break some shit up, why the fuck are we going to stop for you?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You are a ref. You are not sanctioning anything. You are not. There are no rules
And
here.
you're not big enough to do anything about it. So
So you're just going to stand there and yell, "Hey,
not
cut
enough
it!"
refs. You need like all the refs.
It would have been better if we had surrounded them by refs and treated it like a World Star hip hop video. They're just like, oh shit, and just like cheering along, watching it in the back. That would have been great. We make our way back to the outside, back to the platform where Velveteen Dream was on. This part actually took a lot longer than I think it should have. I know why they were filling the time. They had time to fill.
You're right though. It was long. It was long. There were so many times where I'm like, okay, it's over now. Nope, there's more. Okay, I'll watch the rest of this. It's like Bad Boys 2. That movie should have ended twice before it actually ended. Like, there are things that happen like, oh, okay, here's the end. Oh, wait, there's more. All right. Oh, it's over now. Oh, fuck, they still got to go to Cuba. Shit. Like, it's just, there's like, it's way longer than it should have been. Same with this here.
But we do end it with Tommaso Ciampa hitting an Emerald Fusion.
That wasn't
off of, what was it then?
That was the Celtic Cross. The Emerald Fusion, you pick him up in the front. You hold him in the front and drop the little driver on him. He picked him up and held him in the back and dropped down. That was that Celtic Cross. Look at the Emerald Fusion and then look at what he did and look at the way he was holding them. You'll know. I know this because I used the Emerald Fusion for Blade's finisher for years.
I understand you did. Anyway, I will be looking that up for sure because
Yes, that was not the Emerald Fusion.
He hits it.
It may not have been the
off
Celtic
of-
Cross is what that was called that he did, but it was definitely not the Emerald Fusion.
He hit it off of the platform
I
through
would
the
have loved
announce
if he
table.
did the Emerald Fusion.
Through the announce table. It was the same move he did to Adam Cole off the top of War Games through the tables. NXT Spit or Swallow.
I'm swallowing. I got to bask in Keith Lee's glory. Velveteen Dream gave me a dope ass promo. Got a dope ass beat down at the end. Yeah, I'm with it. I'll swallow it.
Me too. I'm swallowing. Raw or AEW?
Let's go to Ow.
Ow.
AEW. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you. I want to sit here and tell you guys that AEW just doesn't give a fuck about the fans or the coronavirus. They're just putting on shows no matter what. But the truth is, they don't really have the alternative that WWE does to like cancel their show and then go put it on at a performance center. So,
yeah, we'll see what happens next week.
yeah.
Because not only are they supposed to have is Blood and Guts next week.
I don't know, but you know what Blood and Guts is, right?
Yeah, War Games. But is it supposed to be next week? Or is it a week after?
I think it's the week after. I think it's 2 weeks. I think it was the 26th, 25th. I think it's 2 weeks.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I'm
It might
just
not
saying,
happen at all.
Yeah, there's no might. It probably won't happen at all. There's a lot of things that include live audiences and shit that are not going to happen. I also saw they're suspending production of The Flash right now. So, yeah. They just like, we're making the Flash. Nope, no more. They finished Supergirl because they were filming the finale already. Like, let's just finish this shit, and then we'll shut down. But Flash is like, nope, no more. Cut it off until we get this corona shit under control.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel about them doing like the Bash at the Beach, now a War Games type show, on a regular Tuesday night, not as a pay-per-view?
I feel the same way about it that I felt about it when it came to WCW. Like, I feel like what they're doing, they're producing a television show. So give us good shit on TV. I get it.
Okay. We kicked off this episode.
And the thing is, also, it would bother me more if their pay-per-views were more frequent, but their pay-per-views are stretched far enough apart to where it makes sense for them to do this.
Also, you didn't let me do Not Good Enough for Hulu NXT, and you let me fuck that up last week with Monday Night Raw, too. So we're not going to fuck it up twice in a row. Because I didn't do it at all for Monday Night Raw.
I don't host this show. You host this show. That's up to you. I drink on this show a lot. So
Not Good Enough for Hulu
you
NXT
are
edition.
to blame, not me.
Dakota Kai
Where, man? Always
loses
blaming the
to
black
Mia
guy.
Yim. Mia Yim moves on to the ladder match to determine the number one contender for Rhea's title or Charlotte's title, whoever's title it is, come when they have the match. And Reina Gonzalez, Raquel Gonzalez, she's no longer Reina, takes Mia Yim out after the match.
Sure. But Mia Yim still in that ladder match, though.
Mm-hmm. Kushida defeats Raul Mendoza. By the way, Gonzalez did a really cool, I don't even know what you'd call it, but it was like a choke slam, kind of power bomb. Like, it looked like she grabbed her from a pump handle. Like, there was some weird shit going on there, but it came off really
big,
cool.
strong motherfucker shit.
Yeah. Kushida defeated Raul Mendoza, and then
I'm sure we'll have more time. Never mind. I was about to say, how do we work Bianca Belair into this shit? Because she needs another shot. But go ahead.
you missed the epic crossover, Travis.
What's that?
The Dark Order was on NXT, and they kidnapped Raul Mendoza.
Is that what happened?
There was a black van. There were two guys in black luchador masks that came out, grabbed Raul Mendoza, and threw him in a van.
Who the fuck
So
is
my
Raul
only conclusion,
Mendoza?
he is a wrestler on NXT that isn't good enough for Hulu.
Got it.
My only logical thought process is that he is the exalted one.
Yo,
What?
I just had a moment where I thought I forgot to hit record, but I did, so it's okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Travis. I was going to say, it says recording at the top.
It does. We're recording. We're good. We're good. We are good. It's just like, wait a minute. Did I hit record when we start? Okay, I did. Okay, we're okay. Don't worry. Don't worry, folks. We're good.
So that whole bit about the Dark Order, that's done now. So yeah, Raul Mendoza got abducted by
The Exalted One is Christopher Daniels.
Los Conquistadors, uno and dos.
Si, senor.
And then Tegan Knox defeated Deonna Purrazzo to also get into that ladder match. So not good enough for Hulu NXT edition. Mia Yim defeating Dakota Kai. Kushida defeating Mendoza. Mendoza getting kidnapped. And Knox defeating Purrazzo.
Like I said, the women.
Yeah, basically. Except for Rhea and Charlotte.
Well, yeah, they didn't have a match, though. I'm talking about the women's matches.
AEW, we kick it off with Hangman being interviewed about who his mystery partner is. The Young Bucks are there, and they're like, did you invite us here because you need because you need your partner? He's like, no.
I was so annoyed by this. Keep going.
He's like, I don't trust you for sure. He goes, what about your brother? You bring his trunks tonight? I wouldn't pick him either. My partner's a mystery. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the shit out of him insulting,
keep going,
disrespecting the Young Bucks.
I enjoyed it until it was taken out of his hands because Dustin Runnels just decided I'm your partner now. Who was Adam Page's partner? Who did he pick?
Oh, we never found out.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, he hadn't made a decision his own. I'm going to bring in who I want to bring in, but Dustin just inserted himself, and Paige just accepted it.
See, that didn't bother me because even though Paige didn't seem happy about it, that was a great tag team. Those two fit well together.
The problem was he had a plan. I wanted to see what the fuck his plan was. And he just
we don't know that he had a plan.
And he was just okay with Dustin just upsetting his plan. He had a plan.
No. We don't know that he had a plan. For all we know,
he had a plan.
He was drunk and he was going to go out there and wing that shit.
He had a drunken plan, but he had a plan. See, those of you who don't drink, always like to judge those of us who do. We think things through. We don't think them through well, but we think them through. He had an idea of who he wanted.
Did you see the disclaimer he put out about how he will not be taking beer from fans until the coronavirus thing settles? How he will also only be drinking whiskey as he hopes that the increased alcohol content fights the virus and all of the
I have also stated that I feel like if I consume enough tequila, I will be able to fight off the coronavirus more adequately.
No.
So
we're reading this. It's in the group. I'm going to find it. I'm going to read this whole disclaimer because Adam Page is a shit, and this was fucking hilarious. It had me cracking
It's so funny how weeks ago you were judging him so hard, and I was defending
Travis. I just said he has a drinking problem. That hasn't changed. It didn't change the fact that he was my favorite AEW guy.
Have a drinking problem. He drinks.
He does.
There is a difference between drinking and having a drinking problem.
Says someone with a drinking problem.
I do not have a drinking problem. I drink. There is a
episode
difference.
134 of the Smackin' Raw podcast would beg to differ.
Once again, I explained what happened that day. It was a combination of fatigue, lack of sustenance as in food, and more tequila than I should have drinking on that day.
Hence the problem. From the desk of Hangman Adam Page, amid the current rapidly evolving coronavirus situation, Hangman Adam Page wishes to inform you that he will be taking necessary precautions to ensure his continued health and safety, as well as the health and safety of his fans across the globe. In addition to the suggestion and mandates from health organizations and government officials, Hangman Adam Page has committed to the following actions. Hangman Adam Page will, for the time being, no longer be able to accept beer from any fans should they be in the attendance of events. Adam will now be traveling with his own beverages to consume and looks forward to instances of conveniently appearing unopened beverages.
BYOB. I'm a fan of that.
Conveniently appearing unopened beverages. I'm looking forward to that. Hangman Adam Page will now exclusively be drinking whiskey in hopes that the higher alcohol content will help stave off potential infection.
Yep.
In future wrestling exhibitions, Hangman Adam Page will avoid applying any wrestling holds that create close contact with opponents' faces. This includes maneuvers like the belly-to-belly suplex, the mandible claw, and the thing he did that time when Frankie Kazarian spit on him and then he licked it up and then spit back on him in an act of defiance. In addition to these necessary actions, Hangman
God.
Adam Page would like to further encourage his fans.
That is my favorite thing that has been on the internet in the last 24 hours. Oh, my God.
Hangman Adam Page would like to further encourage his fans to follow these proper precautions and practices. Wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after you've been in public places.
Or one
Avoid
verse of the
touching
song.
your eyes, nose. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands.
That's like what? Baby, move your butt. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Avoid public gatherings when possible. Buy a 6-pack of Corona beer. Honestly, they have nothing to do with this and did nothing wrong. Apply your turn signal before changing lanes. Consider the benefits of Medicare for All system, in which U.S. citizens could get care rapidly and without considerable cost to them. They should begin to display symptoms of the coronavirus or any other malady, possibly preventing its effects and spread. And try ordering pineapple as a topping on your next pizza. Honestly,
No.
I've changed my mind on it. It's badass.
I will not.
Make sure you put that in there.
Not doing it. I don't put fruit on pizza. Fuck you.
Tomatoes are fruit.
Yep. No, tomato
Stay
sauce
safe.
don't count. Tomato sauce does not count. Tomatoes are fruit by technicality.
Stay safe. Signed, Adam Hand Wash Page.
Yes, wash your fucking hands. If you're listening to
And
this
as
right
Travis
now,
said,
press pause, go to the bathroom, and wash your goddamn hands.
as Travis said, you can do it to the thong song. By the time you finish the chorus, that should be long enough.
Exactly. Baby, make it big, oh, did
Adam Page is a love it so much.
He's just a joy to have in the wrestling business.
We kick off the in-ring action with Ortiz taking on Cody.
Oh, shit, we're still talking
Cody
about
defeats.
what happened on AEW. I forgot.
Yeah.
we have
Ortiz
to?
loses to Cody with a figure 4. Santana then hits Cody from behind. And then Arn Anderson
No
comes
shit.
in. And apparently, at his age, in that sweater vest, Arn Anderson is still the enforcer and is still so scary to these two young, as Chris Jericho put it, hooligans, thugs from New York, that they got ran off by Double A.
Hey, listen. Me, 33-year-old black guy from the south side of Chicago, I wouldn't fuck with Arn Anderson either. Fuck that. If I'm fucking somebody up and Arn Anderson shows up, said, I'm helping this guy, yeah, I'm moving out of the way. I don't want none of Arn Anderson.
Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega come down. Now, mind you, Kenny Omega is in a hand cast. He is not well enough to tag with his partner tonight to help Hangman Adam Page. But he can go bring himself down, put himself in danger for fucking Cody. I don't remember the last time Cody came out to save him or help any of the other members of the Elite. But yeah, he's down there, not worried about his tag team titles and his partner. This is why Kenny Omega is a piece of shit, ladies and gentlemen. This is why Hangman Adam Page needs to fuck up.
This is not a Kenny Omega problem. This is an elite problem. They all suck at helping each other out, which is why they're gonna lose in that fucking fucking war games match. What do they call it?
Blood and guts.
Yeah, that shit. War games. They're gonna lose. They're going to lose because the inner circle is a unit and the elite is not.
Listen, because of that, that's why this is a Kenny Omega problem. They're not a unit. So your only priority is that tag team title and your tag team partner and getting yourself healthy to be there for your tag team partner. You can't even do that. And you're running other members of the elite when you're not even cleared to wrestle. Putting those tag team belts, putting your partner in jeopardy. Now he's got to go out there and find a partner, which ended up being Dustin Rhodes, who he didn't even want because you can't keep yourself healthy. And then when you're told to stay the fuck out of the ring, you're running down there putting yourself in harm's way. And what else did you do? You left Nick Jackson, the Jeff Hardy of the group, all flash, no fucking nothing. Matt's the better one. You left him back there, and you got some more NWO shit, Travis. Jericho cuts this whole promo, and he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, you want to know where your brother is? You guys wondering where he was?
Yeah, we whooped his fucking ass. We fucked him up. Guess
he was bleeding from the mouth.
NWO shit. I like seeing NWO shit, bro.
He had the door crushing his head.
Yes. I was with it. I was in. I was all the way in. You know why? Because the elite sucks. All of it.
I had this weird thing where, for whatever reason,
because fuck them.
No, that was Nick that got fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
But Matt let it happen. He let his little brother get fucked up.
Well, here's the thing. So hold on.
You were supposed to protect your little brother.
Travis, that's the thing. So
if my older brother lets me get fucked up, I blame him, no matter what state he's in. He's supposed to
I am
protect
100%
me.
Positive that Terrence would let you get fucked up and would have no qualms about it.
He would not. I 100% guarantee you that he would not let me get fucked up. I trust my older brother with my fucking life, sir. I would say, here's my life. You hold it. Let me not, keep me alive from now on. And he would do it.
So what I was going to say was I do this weird thing, and apparently you do too, where I just assume because they're brothers that like backstage, they're always together.
Yeah.
So my first thought was
he should have been.
Matt ran down.
He should have been with him.
When Matt and Kenny ran down, it's like, how did you not notice that Nick wasn't with you? But like, they are two completely different people.
No.
Nick could have been taking a piss when this happened.
It doesn't matter.
And then came out of the bathroom. Matt ran to go help, came out of the bathroom, ran foul of the inner circle, and got fucked up. Like, Nick is his own person. He's a grown-ass man. He's married. He's got kids.
No. Let me tell you, as the youngest sibling, I'm going to tell you how this works. We do random reckless shit because we know our older siblings have our back. You're supposed to prevent shit like this from happening. And when you don't, it is your fault.
See, that sounds like some spoiled ass younger child bullshit.
We are. We are spoiled ass youngest children partially because of y'all. Because guess what? I say this all the time. People who spoil us do not get to complain about how spoiled we are.
Believe me, I never spoiled my little sister, and I don't think Terrence ever spoiled you.
You mean to tell me that if something happened, you wouldn't protect your little sister?
I would protect her. I did not spoil her, though.
That is a form of spoiling. Because
I do not condone her reckless actions.
Yeah, but you will defend her still.
From a man. If she gets her ass whooped by a woman, she said some stupid shit, she asked for it.
Okay, but if you said some stupid shit to a man, you'll defend her, won't you?
Well, yeah, because men, I'm not going to let a man hit my sister.
Exactly. Case and point. You defend your younger sibling.
If I had a younger brother and he said some stupid reckless ass shit, I might let him get his ass beat.
You might. You wouldn't.
By another man.
You wouldn't.
Anyway.
My brother wouldn't. I know he wouldn't. And he knows he wouldn't. He pretends he would, But he wouldn't.
The other thing that happened during this match was Jake the Snake Roberts just kind of walked into the arena with Lance Archer.
He was just there.
Commentators let us know that this is Lance Archer and this is
Who the fuck
Jake's
is Lance
client,
Archer?
the guy that was with Jake the Snake Roberts.
I know, but outside of that, who is Lance Archer?
You're gonna have to keep watching and hope they explain it to you.
I
Travis.
don't care that much. Exactly my point. Moving on.
They should have done a better job.
Yep.
We got Bea Priestley and Nyla
You
Rose
remember
taking
when
on.
we first started watching WoW like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
And they kind of like tried to act like we were supposed to know who these people were and care.
Yeah.
Yeah, same shit is happening now. Continue. Keep going.
They defeated Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander. The best part, well, two things. Best part about the match was everyone chanting "Holy Shida" during the match. That was great. I love that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too.
I also love how Bea Priestley went to go attack the champion Nyla Rose, but they were too busy showing replays, so you didn't see the initial attack. We cut like mid-attack. Production needs some work.
Yeah. Many people who were like, been working on doing this kind of shit, like they do in the Performance Center at WWE, teach them how to shoot wrestling, so we don't have this problem.
Well, they have a lot of former WWE people working backstage for them, production and otherwise.
Yeah, the ones that aren't working for WWE anymore for a reason.
Possibly.
No, not possibly. If they were good at their job, they'd still be there.
Did you enjoy the Christopher Daniels video where he mocked the Dark Order?
It was funny for like the first 20 seconds, and then it was like, okay, I'm over this.
You still think Christopher Daniels is the exalted one?
I never thought he actually was. I just like the idea of that being the case and laughing because it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. We also had a video from Darby Allin. That was my understanding is he shoots and produces and does all his own videos with the body bag dragging behind the truck and the Jericho and the Sammy and all that. That's all him doing that, bring it, and then them putting it up. So I do like that they give their talent creative freedom for stuff like that.
I do.
No one knows your character better than you do.
Yeah. Sink or swim. Do what you're going to do.
And Darby's getting over.
Yeah, clearly what he's doing is working, so keep it up, bro.
Then we had the Bunny and her two friends, along with MJF, take on the Lucha Express.
The Jurassic Express.
The Jurassic Express. Why did I put Lucha Express?
I have no idea. And why did I correct you on some AEW shit?
Because it's to do with Luchasaurus.
This is the first.
It's because it's Luchasaurus. If it wasn't Luchasaurus, you wouldn't have known any better.
You are probably right. But I just corrected Matt on some shit with AEW. Everybody take notes. Right now, mark this on Friday the 13th of March 2020. Travis corrected Matt.
What time zone are you in?
AEW shit. Central, sir.
Okay. So
right
then you know right now it's Saturday, February 14th at 12:11 a.m.
Yeah, but the recording started on Friday the 13th, sir.
Yeah, but if we're marking notes right now it is Saturday.
Yeah, but if I mark this recording when we finish, it will be marked for Friday the 13th because that's when it started. So
anyway,
I am the producer here. I know
the Jurassic Express lose to MJF, the Butcher and the Blade. MJF's got his I Pinned Cody shirt on. You know, they do some fun stuff here where MJF has to get in the ring with Luchasaurus, but my issue here was,
He tapped out Marco, right?
Yes, he tapped out Marco. My issue here was I want to really see what Luchasaurus can do, and in these tag team matches,
I want to see some shit from MJF that's like not related to Cody. But I hear you. I want to see more from Luchasaurus also.
I want to see him in a singles match, like a full-on good, straight-up singles match. I don't even care who it's against.
That's not necessarily that. I told you before, like I feel like the real money in this team is Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt.
Okay. I don't care about the tag team. I want to see just what
you.
Luchasaurus can do.
Listen to me, and I will
Showcase.
tell you why this would work.
Go ahead.
Because all you got to do is, let Marco Stunt get into trouble, get fucked up, pretty much knocked out of the picture, and then let Luchasaurus do his thing, and he wins this entire match, whatever it may be, by himself because Marco Stunt got fucked up. And that's where you showcase what Luchasaurus can really do.
And tag team matches and tag team match psychology is different than singles matches and singles match psychology.
It is.
What I'm saying is I want to see Luchasaurus on his own in a singles match, see what he can do against another opponent, probably of a similar size, maybe the Butcher, maybe Lance Archer.
Why?
Maybe Jake Hager.
Why?
Because he's bigger than half the roster, and having him dominate half the roster by punching and kicking and doing like what they do with the Big Show doesn't show me what he can really do. I want to see him putting on matches like what I'd see from somebody in NXT, showcasing his range of talent.
Here's the thing. As someone who loves Luchasaurus, from what I've seen in his tag matches, I believe he's limited.
He might be. I want to see. I've heard good things.
I don't want to see it. I think he's limited. Keep him where he's at, where I still love him.
Okay. Britt Baker came out and made fun of Mormons because they were in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, they were in Utah, and they don't drink, and that's so sad.
I really actually enjoyed this whole thing because
it was good. It was a good little segment promo.
What was it? There was something in here.
They start off with lack of they don't allow coffee, and then they don't allow alcohol, and it was just
caffeine.
Yeah, caffeine.
But there was something else. There was something about what happened on this show and the fact that they were Mormons that I found. Oh, I know what it was. We'll get there. Okay. I'm back on track.
Okay.
So anyway, she comes out and insults Salt Lake City, and then Big Swole comes out to confront her.
Yo, this enlightened me on several levels. There were certain things I just didn't know.
Like who Big Swole's husband is?
Yeah, that was one.
And Travis, would you enlighten those who might not know or might not have looked it up as to who Big Swole is married to?
Big Swole is married to Cedric fucking Alexander.
Now, she was in the Mae Young Classic, I believe, and they did have and talked about that during the Mae Young Classic.
You know I didn't see that shit.
Neither here nor there.
But then she said, I am married, baby. I'm like, what? And at first I thought, before I looked it up, is Big Swole married to Adam Cole? Does Adam Cole like chocolate?
Wait. Are you telling me you didn't know that Britt Baker and Adam Cole were a thing?
How would I know that?
Because I know we've talked about it.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we have. You know why?
We haven't.
Because Britt Baker has been on NXT in the crowd making faces and shit during shows, and then they mocked it on AEW Dynamite like the next week after it happened at the pay-per-view. We talked about it.
See, here's the fatal flaw you're making, Matt. You are unfairly assuming that I'm listening to you when you're talking.
Big Swole catches some coffee in the face.
You talk a lot.
That's my job. That's why I'm here.
Oh, man. Listen, let me tell you. When R-Truth dropped that line on Paul Heyman, it's my favorite thing ever. Like, you talk a lot.
He does.
Can we just skip to Raw and talk about Paul Heyman again?
Also his job. We also had the Death Triangle take on Janela and Private Party. Travis, are you not a fan of Private Party?
No, because Chuck Taylor doesn't wear Chuck Taylors. Fuck them.
Okay, that's the best friends.
Same shit.
So now we're back to me correcting you on things for AEW.
It's same shit.
The world is correct. It is back in its order.
They are the same fucking thing.
Oh, no. Private Party are two black guys who you posted some meme about the difference between them or the lack of difference between them.
Yeah, because nobody gives a fuck about them either. That's how little I care. That's why I forgot about them so quickly, because nobody gives a shit about them.
Actually, the AEW fan base really likes Private Party. They've done some things. They beat the Young Bucks and knocked them out of the tournament for the first ever tag team titles. They did that segment at the bar with Adam Page, who we all love because Adam Page is the shit. But during the post-match beatdown from the Death Triangle, El Triangular de Muerto, or whatever the fuck it was, then the best friends come down. Then our boy Orange Cassidy and Trent.
That's why I was confused, because they all were mixed up in the same shit.
The third wheel comes down. Well, I need you to listen to the words coming out of my mouth.
No.
Yes. We got a Jon Moxley interview. I enjoyed thoroughly. I really do like Jon Moxley, and shout out to Jon Moxley. Apparently, there are some independent wrestling shows that had to shut down due to the whole coronavirus thing, and some of those talent weren't getting paid. So Jon Moxley donated some of his own money to those talents to help cover their lost wages.
Yeah, 'cause he probably got guaranteed money for that shit. So, yeah, I feel it.
Mox interview was good. Like Mox and JR sitting down. Travis, who do you think better, Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose?
Well, I guess I'll say Jon Moxley because he's not as constrained. So I'll give it to him.
Last but not least on AEW, and this is what I was talking about. It was weird for me to hear a bunch of Mormons singing Judas to Chris Jericho. Something about that just didn't seem right to me.
Because if you're thinking about the fact that they're Mormons, most people in Utah are not Mormons, sir. It's just
I've been to Salt Lake City. I disagree.
We've associated the Latter-day Saints with the state of Utah. That doesn't mean they're all Mormons.
I've been to Salt Lake City. I disagree. Also, have you ever been to a Mormon strip club before?
Those don't exist, sir.
Travis, any strip club in Salt Lake City is a Mormon strip club because everyone in Salt Lake City is a Mormon. Listen, I'm a 33-year-old white man. It is built in my DNA to generalize, all right? So everyone in Salt Lake City is a fucking Mormon, which means if there's a strip club in Salt Lake City, it is a Mormon strip club. This is what my people do, Travis. Anyway, no, I did really find I laughed at that because she brought up how like Britt kind of called them all Mormons and generalized everyone there is Mormons, and then they were singing Judas, and that brought a little chuckle to me. But yeah, Hangman and Dustin, the unlikely duo, formed a fantastic tag team, and they defeated the Inner Circle. They still got jumped in the end. Kenny still comes down with his fucked up wrist, and then Cody. And again, it's one at a time as they're getting fucked up. But then, as Hangman Adam Page is about to suffer the same fate that Jon Moxley did last week with the Shield powerbomb off the stage, Matt Jackson saves Adam Page and then flicks off Adam Page.
Remember the Shield?
I do remember the Shield. That's why I said the Shield powerbomb.
Remember how dope the Shield was?
I remember how awesome Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were.
I'm not talking about like what they did now. I'm talking about when the Shield first debuted.
Yeah, before all the tactical stuff, when they were just like in black pants and turtlenecks.
Yeah, when they were like hired guns by Paul Heyman and CM Punk.
Yeah.
I miss those days. Keep going. I'm sorry.
We finished the show with the Inner Circle on top because Jericho takes out Hangman and Matt.
Champion.
No longer the Le Champion.
No. He still refers to himself as Le Champion.
Yeah, and you still refer to yourself as the Dragon King, yet I have no evidence that there is a dragon or subjects that are dragons, part dragon, or that dragons even exist. So you can say whatever the fuck you want, Travis. He can say whatever he wants. Spit or swallow, AEW.
Just for them spitting AEW.
Okay.
Because fuck you. If you don't want to acknowledge my Dragon King status.
To be honest with you, Travis, it doesn't really hurt me or affect me whether you spit AEW because you already swallowed NXT. So I still get my win.
I'll spit NXT next time. Want to fuck with me?
Yeah, okay. You did get Luchasaurus. You did get more NWO shit. I'm swallowing AEW. It was a good show.
No bullshit. Yeah, I got Luchasaurus again. I did get NWO shit. The problem is that was the end of the beginning, and in between, no substance.
Hangman Adam Page.
That was all part of the end. The whole buildup is who is his partner, and it was taken completely out of his hands.
Well, the end and the beginning was Hangman Adam Page and the NWO shit, and the middle would have been Luchasaurus.
What I'm talking about is when I say, I've talked about this before, when they gave me good at the beginning, good at the end, but in the middle.
Isn't that what WCW did, though, all the time?
WCW gave me good at the beginning, middle, and then the end of what they tried to give me was shit, but the build to it was fucking cool.
I thought they always started off really good, and the middle was kind of just bullshit, and then they tried to end really good.
Depends on what WCW you're talking about. Where?
So you are spitting AEW.
Yes.
Do you want to if there is an AEW next week, depending on what you want to talk to me about after the show, if we do a show and we do cover it, do you want to do an episode of AEW next week, or do you want to go to NWA Power because that's a studio show? I don't think that's going anywhere.
Well, I think they filmed that already, most likely. If we're doing things in the format that we're currently doing them, I would rather watch some NWA shit.
Roger that. So next week, unless they bring back another legend that Travis loves, like Bret Hart or Ultimate Warrior rises from the dead and crawls a zombie ass out onto TV, or something like that, we're going to cover NWA because Jake the Snake.
I've heard rumors about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but we'll see.
Yeah. And as the Dragon King, that is one of your subjects.
Yeah.
So you got to support him.
Exactly. I just completely
Monday Night
made that
Raw.
up, but you bought it. That's the point of the fucking wrestling rumors. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen?
Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch found the man, Travis. It was buried somewhere in the back of her closet. I ain't seen it for a while, but she pulled it out here in this promo. This is the Becky we love. This is the Becky we wanted. This is the Becky we haven't seen in a while. She brought it back.
I was with it.
Did you see Angel Garza versus Rey Mysterio?
We got more Latino heat?
Mm-hmm.
I missed it. Didn't see it. Tell me about it. And
no, because it wasn't good enough for Hulu.
I know. I mean, good enough for Hulu, sir. I don't mean right now.
Did you see the Seth and AOP and Buddy Murphy outside the arena with Kevin Owens segment?
The KO backstage beatdown? I saw that shit, yes.
So KO tries to arrive to the arena. He is confronted by Buddy Murphy and the AOP and the Man Bun Messiah, who is eating popcorn because of what happened at Elimination Chamber.
Was eating popcorn at the Elimination Chamber, yes.
He's eating it with his gloves, too, which is just gross because,
It's weird, yeah. You touch a lot of weird shit with your gloves on.
And then you touch the popcorn and you put it in your mouth.
I'm pretty sure he should have just poured the popcorn into his mouth.
I'm pretty sure if there's a mutated strain of coronavirus, it's going to start with whatever was growing on Seth's gloves.
Popcorn.
And gestate inside him. Yeah.
Probably. He probably just killed the entire WWE universe.
If you hear about the Orville Redenbacher coronavirus, that's where it started. Right there with Seth Rollins. Yeah, they jump KO outside of the arena, take him out. Did you see Charlotte?
Yes, I also saw the Rhea Ripley video package that was also on NXT last week.
Which I saw this time, but I missed last week on NXT. But Travis, there's an old saying in wrestling, in life, in general.
What's that
Talk
saying?
shit, get hit. It's that simple. Talk shit, get hit.
I've also heard talk shit, get shot. Same shit, though.
Charlotte came out and talked her shit. Rhea came out and Charlotte got hit.
Yeah.
Dropped
her, which is why what happened on NXT happened. Eventually, Rhea, Charlotte had to get her hits back.
So a lot of people, whether WrestleMania happens or not, have been complaining about WrestleMania. And they've been saying that the match card sucks and that there's no build to any of the matches. Are they not watching what I'm watching?
They're not.
Because they have been building Charlotte and Rhea.
That's why I made that little joke earlier about how they may or may not be canceling, Tampa. I'm like, y'all hated the card anyway, right? So you're cool, right?
Yeah. They built Shayna versus Becky. That's 2 matches. They've been building John Cena versus The Fiend over the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of been building Goldberg. I mean, by having The Fiend lose the title and Goldberg take it and then Roman challenge him, they've been building that story with Goldberg and Roman Reigns, even though the idea of spear versus spear is not really the best way to build that story.
They try to make it spear versus spear. It would make more sense if Goldberg's finisher was a spear, but it's not.
The match that they say is the only match.
German suplex, not German, vertical suplex power slam thing that he's still trying to pass off at the jackhammer.
Yeah. The only thing that they say is getting a proper build is Edge versus Randy Orton. But look at Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar. That has had a great build. That has had the main build, the one build we care about.
I'm with it.
Drew won the Royal Rumble. Now he's going after the champion.
He is.
Every year. Except for last year with Kofi Mania, because Kofi Mania swept the world. This is the feud you look forward to. You want someone to win the Royal Rumble and go after the champion and watch that build. Drew Claymore kicked Brock Lesnar last week 3 goddamn times.
Yeah, kicked his goddamn head off. Question.
Drew also did some shit this week that we're going to get to.
Question.
Go ahead.
Completely random. Has nothing to do with anything we talked about in weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dio dead?
Dio. Madden?
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
Okay.
Because he didn't come back at the Royal Rumble. He didn't win the Royal Rumble. And he ain't going on to get revenge at Brock Lesnar. So
exactly.
I'm just saying.
Is he dead?
If you guys are out there and you're like, oh, this card sucks. Honestly, it doesn't suck. You're going to get The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. You were going to get Roman Reigns versus Goldberg, and whether you want it or not, it's a hell of a matchup.
It's interesting. I want both of them to take multiple spears.
AJ Styles versus The Undertaker is going to happen.
It's going to be dope.
And there's been some build for this. It's not the match I wanted, but it's going to happen.
Here's the thing about AJ versus Undertaker.
Uh-oh. I hear it in your voice.
No.
Hurry up.
No, seriously.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I hear it, Travis. Keep going. Hold on. Here's the thing about AJ versus The Undertaker. That match can't happen because Roman Reigns has to defeat the beast that is The Undertaker at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, for real. I forgot what I was going to say, so keep going.
Okay. Did you see Bobby versus Zach?
No.
Bobby Lashley versus Zack Ryder?
No.
Of course not. It was Bobby Lashley and Zack Ryder. Did you see the backstage stuff between Rollins and Aleister Black.
No.
Thank God Corona is not transmitted via Wi-Fi. Did you see Drew versus Eric Rowan?
Yes.
So Drew defeats Eric Rowan and then kills the Spider 1 week. Dude, go get some water while I talk about this.
Yeah, hold on.
1 week after the debut of this big mechanical spider that was garbage, that apparently our reaction as fans was enough to kill this. You know, he took the stairs and he slammed it into the cage, crushing the cage. So theoretically, the spider's in the cage. Cage is destroyed. Spider is destroyed. Rowan didn't even seem sad. Like, that's the disconnect for me, is like, if you're going to kill the spider, have Rowan lose his mind over it. Like, it was his pet. He loved this thing. Make him cry. Hold the pieces. Do something with it. I know this was all to put Drew over, to get Drew going. I get that, but come on. Like, if you're going to do it, like, if you're going to introduce this bullshit-ass spider, and then you're going to kill it a week later because it's bullshit, at least make me care a little bit about it. Like, the fact that Eric Rowan did not cry, did not shed a tear, did not really lose his shit over his pet being crushed and killed with stairs in front of his own eyes. Are you booing the spider? Or are you booing the...
I'm booing this whole Eric Rowan thing that they ruined. They killed it. We should have never seen what was in that fucking cage.
Honestly, Eric Rowan being the genius behind the attack on Roman Reigns was way better than whatever they've been doing with him in this fucking cage.
Eric Rowan should have been the exalted one.
Still could be Luke Harper.
Rowan.
Did you see the Kabuki Warriors versus Natalya and Liv Morgan?
Yeah.
Kabuki Warriors win. Ruby Riott watches. And the reason that the Kabuki Warriors win is because Liv Morgan clearly learned nothing from her time in the Riott Squad about being a tag team wrestler. You do not jump while in a match to the outside on people not in the match, whether they're brawling or not, because Sarah Logan came down. You still got this whole Riott Squad triple threat issue thing going on. Liv abandoned Natalya to take out Ruby and Sarah, and then Natalya to take on the Kabuki Warriors one-on-one. And Travis, you can't defeat a Bukkake by yourself.
You cannot. Let alone two Bukkakes.
Correct. Then AJ disrespects the greatest wrestler to ever lace a pair of boots.
He disrespected the fuck out of The Undertaker.
And I'm going to need Undertaker to disrespect the shit out of him back with some of those punches to the fucking face.
He should end
the
his
tombstone.
life.
Like, you don't come out and talk about The Undertaker like that. You call him Mark Calloway, about his wife Michelle. And don't get me wrong, part of me felt like he wasn't very comfortable doing this promo, but he still delivered it pretty damn well. Like, there were some spots. I've always had an issue with AJ Styles promo delivery. They're just, maybe it's the scripted promo part of it, but his delivery, sometimes I see what he's trying to do, but it just falls flat for me.
Okay.
In a lot of the promos that he does. Maybe it's the scripted part of it. I don't know. But do you think, because this is what everyone's talking about, Bubba Ray and Mark Henry and all these people are talking about, because he said Mark Calloway, that we're going to get the American Badass and not the Undertaker?
No.
Do you think there's even a chance?
Nope.
Okay.
Because the people don't want to see that, and WWE knows that. We want the fucking Undertaker. We don't want to see Mark Calloway.
A lot of people actually seem kind of excited to see the American Badass come back. My
Twitter
thing
does not count, sir. The general public.
They are
when the general public tunes into WrestleMania, they want to see their Undertaker. We do not want to see Mark Calloway.
They fucked this up anyway, and we'll get to that when we get to the main event because it should have been one thing and it would have been great, and they didn't do it, and they're not going to give it to us, and now I'm not happy.
They're not doing that
Did you
tag
see-
match, Matt. Like, I don't know why you let yourself believe that, but go ahead, keep going.
Because it would have been the greatest thing ever, Travis.
No, it wouldn't have.
Anyway,
No, it wouldn't.
it would have been better than anything The Rock ever did. Riddick Moss versus Cedric Alexander. Did you see that?
Nothing Matt says at this point is relevant at all because he just disrespected The Rock. Like, I don't know what
Did
he
you see
thinks.
Riddick Moss versus
I
Cedric
am
Alexander?
done talking to you right now because you just disrespected The Rock. How
We missed Riddick
dare
Moss last
you?
week.
Why do you keep trying to talk to me right now? You are muted, sir. We are done with you. No.
We do have a
How
show to finish.
dare you? I don't give a fuck. Mute you, motherfucker. How dare you come to me with that?
You unmuted me at that
You
time.
just tried to, you know, I can go like deeper than that. And I can just mute you and just not let you have audio at all. Like, I can mute you in Zoom or I can mute you, period, and no one will hear anything you're saying right now. How dare you?
You got disrespectful first, Travis. That's just how it works. You disrespect me, I disrespect you back.
See, here's the thing. You keep talking right now, and nobody hears what you're saying because I muted you on the far end. I didn't mute you in Zoom. I muted you internally. Nobody knows what you're saying.
We'll see when I listen back.
Yeah, you're moving your lips right now, and nobody hears you. And it's so good. And you're not even muted right here. Now, I'll move you up a little bit. Now, apologize to The Rock, and we can keep going.
I apologize, Dwayne Johnson, for using you as a ploy to attack a disrespectful ass co-host who got disrespectful with me first. That's the best you're getting. Riddick Moss, Cedric Alexander,
Fuck
Travis.
with me, this whole podcast just won't go up. You want to fuck with me? I don't know what the fuck you think you talking to right now. What were you saying? What did you ask me?
Did you see Riddick Moss versus Big Swole's
Who
husband?
the fuck is Riddick Moss?
Well, we would have talked about it last week, but that was part of the not good enough for Hulu that we
It's
didn't do
not
last
good
week.
enough this week either because I don't know who the fuck Riddick Moss is.
He's the guy that beat Ricochet one-on-one last week and defended the 24/7 title.
He
We'll
beat
get to that.
Pretty Ricky?
Yeah,
Damn.
clean.
Pretty Ricky went from going up against Brock Lesnar to getting beat clean by somebody who I don't even know?
Yep.
Damn, he ain't shit.
MVP comes out. MVP apparently is going to
One,
no longer
two,
wrestle.
You hear the clock ticking. Tick, tock. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He is going to be a manager. And the person he wants to manage is Edge.
He's
Here's the thing.
first.
Edge has been around longer than MVP. So Edge is more of a veteran than MVP. So I don't see what MVP is lending to Edge as a manager.
Well, you need to consider what MVP's character was. MVP's character was he was able to get those dollars, get paid. And if he's going to be somebody's manager, his job is to get them paid. Makes perfect sense to me.
Unless you're trying to manage Edge, who doesn't seem to care about getting paid. You need to know your clientele, Travis.
Edge can, get the main event status, but if you want to get paid also, you bring in MVP.
So Edge shows
Who
up.
says you can't have both?
Edge is not amused with this idea, and MVP goes so far as to, in a very disrespectful way, which seems to be the theme of Monday Night Raw, a lot of disrespect going around, even here on the show. How's your wife doing? Which then he gets him speared. Randy Orton comes down to attack Edge, catches a RKO from Edge on Randy. Then Edge goes to get chairs He also RKO's MVP because Randy leaves. And then Edge proceeds to smash and bash poor MVP's skull in with a concerto.
Completely unnecessary.
And as he does it, he yells, Randy, this is you. Now,
Yeah.
Randy was right there.
Doing all this shit to MVP. MVP did not concerto Edge. MVP did not touch Edge's wife. But you do all this to MVP.
And Randy was 20 feet away.
Yeah. So honestly,
you could have just
Edge,
chased him down.
Exactly. Honestly, Edge, attack Randy. Why are you taking this out on
bothered?
MVP? He didn't do shit
Are
to you.
Are you bothered at all by the fact that Edge was no-selling the neck injury after?
I was getting there
Concertos.
because, there was a whole big deal about how long he was out. They said he was out 2 months. He was not out 2 months. But they also, made such a big deal about it, but somehow he was just okay. No big deal.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a disconnect for me. I would have at least liked him to come out holding his neck or, even after if he hit the spear and then he went to hold his neck.
Yeah.
Or even better, have him come out with a neck brace. Have him be, they talked about this on Busted Open. And Bully Ray brought it up and it was a great idea. You have him driven to the arena by Christian. You have him in a neck brace. You do all the same shit that you did, but have him rip the neck brace off and RKO Randy.
Somehow show that there was some kind of damage done before. Yeah. Tell the story. They keep forgetting to tell the story and focus on giving us spots, giving us sound bites.
We finish Monday Night Raw off with Black versus Seth Rollins. Black wins via DQ and Murphy attacks him.
Over Paul E. Heyman.
What do you mean?
We got some talking from Paul.
It's not in my notes.
I didn't make that up.
What did Paul have to say?
I don't remember. I just remember he said shit because I put it in my notes.
Apparently, I didn't watch it.
Well, you're useless then. Move on.
Or if I did watch it, it was so insignificant that I didn't take notes about it.
Nothing that Paul Heyman says is insignificant, sir.
It is when he says the same shit week after week after week.
Not if he does it well.
Hold on. I got you, Travis. My client, Brock Lesnar, is not intimidated by Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre cheap shot at Brock Lesnar with 3 Claymore kicks. Brock Lesnar will defeat Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. This is not a prediction. This is a spoiler.
This
good enough.
I cannot confirm nor deny that's what it was because I don't remember right now.
I'm fairly certain that's what it was.
I bet he delivered it
what he says every week.
10 times better than that, though.
Probably. He's got that Jew magic. I can say that because I'm a Jew. So anyway, Black defeats Rollins by DQ, and Buddy Murphy comes to break up the pin. And then this is why I was so upset, because Aleister Black was in a feud with AJ Styles in the OC. Everything was set up to, as Travis so disrespectfully mentioned, do a tag team match, which would have benefited everyone, because then The Undertaker wouldn't have had to work a full match. He's better off in a tag team at this point. He would have given Aleister Black the rub, and it would have allowed one of the OC members to eat the pin from AJ instead of having AJ Styles eat the pin from The Undertaker at WrestleMania. It would have been a great segment for everyone. It would have got the OC on the show, done a lot for Aleister Black, kept AJ from actually losing, and given The Undertaker a reduced work rate. It's the best scenario.
You can try to disguise this all you want, but you really wanted this match because you wanted to elevate Aleister Black. We are not going to pretend that's not what's happening there. Stop it.
Also, I've watched, as much as I love him, all of Undertaker's matches, and the best ones that I've seen him in were the ones where he was tagging. Now, mind you, the DX versus the Brothers of Destruction match.
That's because he should have retired years ago. Continue.
I was going to say some more stuff about The Rock, but we'll just move on. We don't have time for you to meet me again.
Yeah, you need to stop disrespecting
So then,
The Rock. Guess what?
Aleister
He
Black
realized when he was done and he stopped, unlike some other people I know, Undertaker. So there.
Aleister Black just kind of disappears from the scenario as
they killed him.
the Viking Raiders and the Street Profit come down and they give us an 8-man tag team match. I don't care about the rest of this. Like I don't
know what you want me to tell you.
It was stupid. Like I don't understand why. Yeah, Kevin Owens came down and hit some stunners and got curb stomped by Seth Rollins. Like, yay. I don't understand why we sacrificed Aleister Black for an 8-man tag team match. Why that was even a thing. Like why we even did that. Why that was there to begin with.
He's so upset, y'all. Like he's really upset because Aleister Black was left out.
No, it was a waste.
Like he's
he
really
went
upset
from facing AJ
he's not
Styles
upset about what happened. He's upset because Aleister Black was left out of it.
To beating Seth Rollins and then just disappearing and having that whole match just not mean shit because now we're doing an 8-man tag.
Beating Seth Rollins, really?
He won by DQ at W's a W. He beat Seth Rollins.
Yes, he W's a W. I'll give you that. But you're talking about it like he pinned him. No, he got his ass beat. Like in the end, he was beat down. So yeah, he wasn't still there to participate in an 8-man tag.
No.
He got his ass whooped. It was over.
He had Seth Rollins pinned, and Buddy broke the pin, causing the DQ.
Yes, and then all of them whooped his ass. So he was not in any fit shape to have a tag match.
Buddy would not have broken the pin if Seth was not in jeopardy of losing, which means he beat Seth Rollins in the match.
Again, Aleister got his ass whooped afterwards. He was all beat down. He was in no shape to have a match.
It was a waste of time.
After
not good enough for Hulu.
It is not time for Aleister to have a match. Sorry, as much as you love him and you want to lick his balls, that's not what's going on there.
Monday Night Raw edition. Angel Garza loses to Rey Mysterio. Bobby Lashley defeats Zack Ryder. This is the match where we find out that Lana's going to be in the movie, and we want Lana chance, which if I was Bobby Lashley and I had to watch a Bobby Lashley Zack Ryder match, I'd want Lana too because he's no Aleister Black. Seth Rollins also asks Aleister Black backstage to join his group of apostles, and Aleister turns it down, which is how we got to this match.
You just assumed it wasn't, but go ahead.
I asked you if you saw it, and you said no.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
Lies.
Moss defeats Cedric Alexander. Riddick Moss is your 24/7 champion, and apparently we have just thrown out the whole 24/7 title rules and regulations. We're just having single matches for the title now to put Riddick Moss over. No one's chasing him after the match. None of that shit. It's just done.
Put it back on Truth.
Monday Night Raw, spit or swallow.
Run. I don't know, man. I guess I might have to spit this, dude. Like it had elements that I'm like, I should like this, but I didn't.
The only thing I really enjoyed was the Becky Lynch promo at the very beginning of the show. The rest was by the outcome. Ugh.
Yeah, the whole whole thing with Edge, MVP did nothing to you, sir.
There was no reason for MVP to be part of this in any way, shape, or form. Kind of like there was no reason for Aleister Black to be part of the main event. These were just weird placements of things that they did that made no sense.
Yeah. So I guess I got to spit it.
Best show of the week, Travis?
I guess I got to give it to NXT this week.
I as well. I'm giving it to NXT because the way the show closed was fucking fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to get me, all you got to do is give me a great closer. AEW's was good, but NXT's was great.
Go ahead. We're running along. Go ahead.
All right, you guys can find Travis on Twitter and Instagram at Sir Cussalot. That is at SIR_CUSSALOTT. You guys can find me on Twitter only at Matt Ritter. That is at MATTRIDDER. You guys can find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/group/Smackin and Raw or Facebook.com/Creation World. You guys can also follow Creation World at Twitter or on Twitter at The Creation World and Instagram, correct? Both.
Yup.
The THE Creatia CRETIA World. Follow them there.
CREATIA.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You didn't say the A.
Yeah, I did.
The first
Anyway.
one, you did not.
You guys can
Listen
go
back.
to my Twitter, and in my Twitter, you guys will find links for the audio versions for this podcast. Also, you will find a link for the Creation World link tree, which will send you to the merchandise shop. Why are you making faces?
I don't know.
Oh.
Keep talking.
The merchandise shop, the Patreon, all those things. Please go support us. I'm going to talk to Travis about putting some more stuff up on Patreon to see if we can get you guys to subscribe. So we may be announcing that later. Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow is up. You guys can find them at Facebook.com/Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow and anywhere else you hear the audio for this, and on YouTube and on Pornhub. Please do not forget, we are the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub. Go go subscribe on both Pornhub and YouTube. We appreciate it. Please go like and subscribe on both. For Sir Cussalot Travis Pointer, I am the Warden Matt Ritter. We are the #1 #1 podcast on Pornhub, and we are that damn good.
Peace.